Four off the block. I'm Vinny Lopes, and we are now joined by George Mason head coach Jay Hosack. And I guess we can start using the trademark. It's the J way, another conference championship, this one being a regular season championship. And coach, you defeat Harvard in 5 games tonight, secure that number 1 seed for the conference tournament. How would you assess your team's play?
You know, I got to give my hats off to Harvard. Brian Days has done such a nice job with that program, and those guys. This was hands down probably the best serve, receive, passing, and best defensive team we've seen all year. They were absolutely nailing our serves, and they were absolutely digging everything we were throwing at them. But you know, my guys just persevered. They dug in, and they just refused to lose. And I got to give all the props to my boys for just hanging in there. I mean, we're down 2-1, and things got a little crazy there, and we just fought. Man, I'm just so proud of them and proud of their accomplishments so far. And they've done a lot to raise some eyebrows around the country, and I know the alumni are proud, and the university is real proud of us. So we're not done yet, but it was a fun match to be a part of. Tomorrow is the senior night, so we're going to send off the seniors, hopefully with another W.
Yeah. Well, Coach, you talked about the good passing, and that seemed to be a little clear in the box score with especially how much you were able to set your middle, Jack Reese, tonight. 16 kills on the night. Can you talk a little bit about that connection between him and Brian tonight at the net?
Yeah, it's been a while since he's been that successful, and our passing was definitely better tonight, which allows us to be a little bit more well distributed and run to the middle third of the court, which is always fun. But it's a testament to our guys and how hard they've been working. And, Harvard, they're just a good team, and we was like a prize fight. So I'm just real happy. And I'm kind of at a loss for words, but I've done this for 24 years on this campus. It's just something really special around here.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I do also want to ask you about another one of your players, one of your seniors, Christian Morales. Tonight he had 13 digs that put him over the 500 career dig milestone. Can you just talk about what he's meant for your team, both offensively and defensively?
Yeah, he's maybe not been the best attacker this year for us. He's struggled in a few matches, and I think he's hit negative at times, but he just plays such good defense, and he passes really well. And tonight there was a moment, and I think it was in the 4th game or so, and I looked over at my staff and I said, "Hey, tell me what Melias is hitting right now." And he said, he's hitting 120. And I'm like, "That's not so good. What's he passing?" And I said, "It's 3.2. And I'm like, I got to leave him in there. We got to be able to run, our offense and distribute the ball well. And in order to do that, we got to have passing. So I didn't want to put somebody cold in there and hopefully ruin that kind of rhythm. So, yeah, Christian's just a ride-or-die guy. He's a great leader on and off the court. And we put a lot of pressure on him, but he's got a really long leash, and we like to let him kind of figure things out and lead the team in other ways.
And, Coach, I want to ask you, is Harvard a little bit of a different team? I know you praised them defensively, but offensively, I know at times that they've employed the 6'2", and was that something you guys faced tonight, and how much of an adjustment was that for you going up against the 6'2"?
Well, the 6'2" is no different than just rows 1 through 3, just over and over and over again. I mean, you got 3 front row attackers at all times, and so we knew that going in, and we tried the game plan for it as best we could. And Brad Gretsch, hats off to that kid. He had 18 or 19 kills on the night, and we had a real hard time stopping him. But I thought we did a nice job with everybody else, and that's kind of the game. Is we planned for everyone. But Gretsch was the one guy that we couldn't slow down too much. And so, tomorrow, hopefully we'll be able to mitigate that a little bit and just kind of, take it to them as best we can. And, the guys there's just a lot to celebrate now. And tomorrow's match is kind of it's a chance for us to celebrate the seniors. And, we don't know if we're going to, play all of them or if we're going to let the backup guys get a chance to play and have some fun. And, we're just pleased that we get to stay here and sleep in our own bed this week and let everybody come to us.
Yeah, well, going off that, I do want to ask you, once again, this is going to be the first time in almost 20 years that the EIVA tournament isn't going to be at Penn State. I guess, how do you feel being the team to, kind of end that streak? And then also, how beneficial is it to have a postseason match at home?
Well, think about it. When you're in your own element, when you're at home in your own bed, and you've got a routine that you can do, you don't have to be in a hotel room, or you don't have to be on anybody else's schedule. It's always a benefit. It doesn't really mean much, though. I mean, the playoffs are the playoffs, and everybody's going to bring their best game because at that point it becomes one and done. Yeah, it's going to be an advantage. But all four teams that are in the Final Four for the EIVA are very, very good, and everybody has either beaten everybody or everybody's at least pushed everybody, and it's not going to be easy by any standard.
Yeah. All right, Coach. And final question, and we'll let you go on this. It came out tonight. Obviously Princeton got the number 4 seed. I know you're focused on Harvard tomorrow, but any initial thoughts on facing the Tigers in the semifinals?
Yeah, they obviously beat the crap out of Penn State tonight. I was kind of surprised by that, not because I didn't think Samuel and his team could do it, but Penn State at home is usually a pretty solid program, and so I know Sam is really enjoying that. It's a great win for him and his program. He swept Penn State this year for the matches. And, Sam is one of my best friends. And, when you coach against people that you love, and you got two programs battling out, it's a shame that somebody has to lose. But, he and I we'll be celebrating our accomplishments after the season is over together, I'm sure.